Old Soul.
The Old Soul.
The Old Soul Club podcast.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Old Soul Club podcast. This is your man, L Boogie, Larry Braggs, along with his sidekick for over 35 years, my man, the Pope of Soul, Mr. Phil Redmond. What's up, Phil?
That would be laundry, my brother. Laundry.
Hey, man, you've been doing laundry. What is going on with you in this laundry for the last 4 days? You don't have but 2 pair of pants. What is the problem? What is the problem, man? But we ain't gonna talk about your laundry right now, man, because we got on the show today, and I'm not gonna keep her waiting too long, man. We got the one and only. And I'm, man, hey, look at, man, if I could change the words of the song, I would, because instead of maniac, brother, I'm a moniac. We want to welcome the one and only Grammy winner, sings with everybody, one of the sweetest people in the world. She got the voice from heaven. She's an angel. Man, I just can't say enough about her. She's my little sister. She's my confidant. She's my concierge sometimes. Please say hello, ladies and gentlemen, to the one and only Miss Monet.
Hey.
The queenly
What's happening, little sis?
What's up, bro? That was beautiful.
Oh,
that was so awesome. That made me very, very warm and tingly inside.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
It did.
Well, thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Well, I am a moniac now. You know that.
Hey,
I'm a moniac now.
Moniac, stand up.
Stand up.
Put your M's down. Your M's.
There we go. Put your M's down.
Put your M's in the air. Oh, my God.
She is one of the, and she's probably the background singer from now. I mean, there's Lisa Fisher, then there's Monet. That's all I can say.
Oh, shout out to Lisa.
There's Lisa Fisher, and then there's Miss Monet. That's it. That's how it is, man.
She's the
Lisa.
blueprint. That's my girl.
Yeah. She paved the way for a lot of people, man. She gets it in,
Yeah,
and
there's a few of them. I mean, like Lisa, who's a very dear friend of mine, but then I've had the opportunity to meet and now be very good friends with people like Audrey Wheeler. Another crazy, amazing, and she's married to my boss, Will Downing.
yes.
My
fraternity brother, Rue.
Right, all that, and and then it was like Cindy Mizell, and then there's like Tawatha Agee. I mean, there's so many like dope, just beautiful, crazy vocalists that I've like just grew up admiring, and now I know them. You know what I mean? So it's just pretty cool. So we say Lisa all day, every day. That's my girl.
Yeah, man, Lisa. She's one of a kind, man. All those other people are beautiful. They're beautiful voices, all that, man. But it's for some reason when people say, 20 feet from stardom, Lisa Fisher's name just jumps to the top of the list.
Well, I mean, did she not put it on the map?
She put it on the map, man.
She put that thing on the map.
And she's not just background singer. Lisa Fisher can get it in. Now,
I mean, how can I ease the pain? One, the Grammy, I think what year was that? I want to say it was 87, 88.
Yeah.
Well, How Can I Ease the Pain? Best R&B song. I mean, a classic.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've heard her do it many ways, different ways. And she's still just mesmerizing, audiences everywhere. She's like maybe the first person I've seen recently who has the 2 microphones and does like this dynamic with it's her show is crazy. So when you see a Lisa Fisher show, go see that thing.
Oh yeah, man.
I was in tears. I was in real tears.
I had the privilege of singing on Lift Every Voice with her, with Lisa Fisher earlier last year or early this year. And she was on that, man. And, she came on there and she sang in her video. I went, "Ooh, she's so pretty. I can't sing. The girl's just too pretty."
She's so pretty.
I got the chance to talk just briefly with Ms. Monet before you came on, and I just introduced myself and said, "I'm Phil," but just really quick background. Larry and I have known each other for, like you said, many, many, many years. But I also serve as his engineer.
Okay.
Believe it or not, from across the country. And so when there's a project for him to record vocals.
Hold on. I don't know why this Negro is trying to sound so intelligent because you own his. I don't even know where this voice is coming from. I have no idea. Mo, I'm sorry, Mo, but we don't talk like this on here. I don't know why he sound like that right now.
He's all distinguished and debonair right now for me.
Oh my God, he's trying to like put it on for some reason.
Yeah,
And we know he the Pope of Soul. Pope of Soul don't talk like that. All right, go ahead. Anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Wait, go ahead.
I was trying to do what my mama taught me to do, which was not be so black with mixed company with company.
But we black folks. What are you talking about?
Sound like you was raised right.
What? To be honest with you, Phil, in all honesty, I am Monet and I am her, but I'm also Monet from the Bay Area.
Mo from Oakland, bro. She's from Oakland. What you talking about?
I'm sorry, my bad.
It's all good. So we can get gutter.
All right then.
No, I mean we don't have to be all,
I am her, but I am her. And I ain't lost my roots.
The bottom line is Larry Braggs wouldn't be shit without me.
Come on, there it is. Say it what it is.
Stop, B.
Hold up. Now you quit playing and going to Metlin. Quit playing and going to Metlin now, like the old folks say. Hold on now.
I was just gonna sit and lift every voice and sing video. I got the chance to engineer LB's vocal session, and he said, "Man, we got to go back in here and do this again. We got to represent." You had BB on there and LB's good friend Jeffrey Osborne, and everybody else like, "Man, we got to knock this out of the park." So that was a lot of fun to work on. Yeah. That's all I was trying to say. Now I'm gonna go change my shirt so I can get these bus track marks off my back.
Hey man, listen, Monet has sang with so many wonderful artists, man, and I mean she's a wonderful artist in her own right. And before we even go into what she's done, let's talk about what she's doing right now. Mo, you got a brand new radio show.
I do.
What is going on?
I do.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
I was say, hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Monet, representing 91.5 KUNV, Jazz and More, Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, I am.
Listen to the voice.
Hey man, I gotta go, man. I gotta go listen to the radio because.
Yes. I am the newest air personality for KUNV, which is Jazz and More here in Las Vegas. And I do mornings. I have a morning show. It's called Morning People, along with Carlea, the Queen of Flow, and Jace. And it's the three of us. And we are Monday through Fridays, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or on the East Coast, that would be 9 to 11. And you can listen to us every morning. I'm there, and it's a good time. It's fun. We have great conversation and just uplifting and funny stuff and all kinds of just, whatever. I think they have me there for the musical aspect, for the knowledge, because, it's just different things we'll talk about. And I'll be like, well, so and so and blah, 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 blah. But it's just been a great opportunity, especially for me, because I've always wanted to do radio and everything. And if you know me and my mindset as far as music, I have such a deep knowledge when it comes to just artist music. So I mean, there'll be songs playing and I'll be like, I'll start singing them and I'm like, why do I know this song? Like Will Downing calls me Shazam, literally. And but I've always been that way. It's so funny that he calls me that, but even back in the day when I was started with Huey Lewis in the News, Huey used to say the same thing, like, you're like the walking encyclopedia, music encyclopedia. I'm like, I don't know why. Right. Where is the music coming from? So just to transition into radio has just been awesome and everything. And so it gives me this other platform to be expressive and to allow an artist's point of view to be put out into, the airspace and give artists a sense of representation, across the airways now too, because, there's way things are, but a lot of times you don't really know about, because you don't know how we as artists feel, what we deal with on a daily, whatever that is, whether it's the politics of music, or getting our music on the radio, all these different things come into play. So for me to now have this platform it's an amazing opportunity, and I'm so thankful.
Oh man, in case you guys just joined us, man, we're talking to the one and only Miss Monet, Grammy winning singer, just a beautiful person. And Mo, let me ask you, how did that come about? Because I mean, I know you, so I know you just been in Vegas only for a short while.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I call you, something new has happened. I called you from, I don't know, a few months ago, and all of a sudden you tell me, bro, I got a residency. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, you just got that? What you tell me you got a residency? And now I call you and you tell me you got a radio show. I don't know if you like holding people up because of that Oakland stuff in you. And you walk around telling people, look, I want this show, I want this residency. And you just, hey, don't have me call some people down here. So how did that come about? Because that just don't show up. You just don't pop up and get a radio show.
First of all I can say is God is good. I'll start
Amen.
there.
All the time.
God is good. I've been in Las Vegas for 4 years. And to be honest, I didn't really come out into letting people know that I even exist in the city until last year. I had went out to a couple of events because I really wasn't going out much. I would go on the road and come home and everything. Because when I moved here, I didn't come here with the intention of doing anything. I love real estate, and I invest in real estate and everything. And being from California and being in LA for like the last 16 years, I just kind of wanted to change my environment. So that was what brought me to Las Vegas, because I said, hey, when I leave Vegas, I want to be able to monetize when I leave with my property. So I hadn't been here, like I said, the third year. I just said, well, I guess since I'm here, maybe I should go out a little bit. Kind of did that a little bit. Ran into a friend of mine, Mike Phillips, horn player. He was doing a show here. I just did a show with him and Will, maybe a week prior to that. And he said,
Philly
come
Mike,
on
as people call him, yeah.
Right. And coming down to my show, and I went down, and of course, Mike ain't gonna let me just sit down and watch the show.
Right.
Next thing I know, here he come with the microphone. I'm like, oh, bro, what? So he gives me the microphone, and I kind of, do a little, I do Monet a little bit,
right.
And everything. And then afterwards, these people come up to me and they were like, yo, like, who are you? Like, where do you do? Well, it happened to be the producers of my residency, AE Group.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, man, we got to work together. And they said, where you been? I said, I've been here 3 years. They're like, no, where you been? I said, I've been kind of hiding, really haven't really been coming out. And so that led to, I said, well, if we do something, it has to be done right. And that was one of the biggest things for me, to be able to, because my brand is on the line too. You can't just go in and just do anything half-ass, right? I never did it, and I ain't gonna start today. So I had that conversation with I called him the mastermind. His name is Mark Anthony, and he's part of the Las Vegas Jazz Society here in Vegas.
Right.
He's the one said, oh, look, let's try to figure out a thing. And I said, well, I said, what would be dope? Because what I hadn't seen here personally was a creative space that allowed artists to just be, not like get up on a stage and just sing a song or karaoke or something.
Correct.
I hadn't seen a place that allowed artists to just creatively just embellish on whatever that was. Number one. Number two, I hadn't seen a place where I felt there was a certain demographic that was missing. I hadn't seen the mature, those, you have the things for the young people in the neo soul and the hard, which is dope.
Right.
But I hadn't seen this thing where the jazz music can be expressed and soul music can really, really be expressed. So
right.
I said, whatever we do, I want to create this kind of space that allows artists to just do that. They don't have to feel like they have to conform to what society's norms with music are, or even in the city. And he agreed with me. And I said, so he said, what can we call it? And then we just kind of came up with the name Soul of Jazz. And that sparked the residency basically. And it was kind of my coming out party. You came and blessed me on my first night.
Was
And
that
it
the
was
first night?
that was the first night when you
Oh,
came
wow.
and did it. That was the
Wow.
first one.
Wow.
And you know, it was my coming out saying, hey, this is, and they were like, you know, who was Miss Monet here in Vegas? They were like, you know, who was that? They didn't know who I was.
They were
So
up in there too, child. They was up in there.
man,
They
it
were
was
in
crazy.
there.
I mean, it
Yeah,
was,
man.
you know, again, shout out to Mark Anthony and like the Las Vegas Jazz Society here, you know, really, really getting the word out because they didn't know who I was, but people were like, it was buzzing about. We did that first show. You came and killed it. And then I signed on, and it was kind of a new thing because it was the new residency, my coming out, and the place we performed at had just opened. So we were
Yeah.
all brand new. It was
Right.
all brand new. I think
Right.
that in the day, even the first show, stuff was still being painted on the walls, I believe, that day.
Right. And it was crazy because it was still in the height of COVID, and people came out, you know, because I
Yeah.
came, you know, I was like, man, it's packed in here. It was great, man. I stood
Yeah,
outside.
and we were always concerned about that. We just wanted to make sure that, you know, guidelines were, you know, were met and the whole bit. And, you know, we had to confine to like so many people, you know, but that happened. And I did like 4 weeks of that. And then they were like, okay, we need to sign on and do another. So I ended up doing another 4 weeks. And that's how the residency just grew and grew. There was at one point where people were lined up outside, couldn't get in to come into the place. And so that's what sparked the residency and the whole bit. And then we moved from there and had to move to a bigger place because it just couldn't hold it anymore.
Wait a minute, y'all moved from that building to another building?
We moved from there to another building. We had to, you know, it couldn't contain the space and people.
Well, your name should be on the contract of the building now, I think.
Well, you tell you what, we've moved. It's
moved
again.
Here we go. We moved 3 times now.
It has moved again, and where we are now with it has been perfect. And the brand has been established.
That's awesome.
And which was important for me because at the end, coming towards the end of the second half of the residency, I explained to them, now that we've established what solo jazz, this stage, this platform means, let's put in other artists, other independent artists to come in and do it and everything. I said, so it's not so much, Monet is the face and the brand, but let's put other artists in here so they can come in and do what they really want to do, not what they think people need to hear. I mean, I ain't got to sing Sweet Thing every time. I ain't got to sing Ain't Nobody every time, you know. And there's nothing wrong with these songs, but you get what I'm saying. So let these people come in and sing, you know, a Good Morning Heartache or some obscure, something original, whatever that is.
Right.
Let them come and have this platform to do that. And so we start putting other artists here in it locally, and it has become, now it is the stage people want to perform on now, and it's the solo jazz stage. It has moved to the Gambit inside, Gatsby's inside the Gambit, which is our new home, and which holds about, I want to say 100 people in there now. And it's a supper club, which makes it even better. So people,
nice.
And the food and the drinks are amazing. Matter of fact, my birthday show is coming up September 15th.
That's my son's birthday.
Yeah, well, you know, well, mine's on the 1st, but I'm celebrating my birthday show, of course, and we're anticipating it to be crazy. I sell out every time, and that's the other thing.
Shut your mouth, child. Shut your mouth.
I sell out every time, and you know, I anticipate this to sell out equally as well again. But that's how the residency started, and from the residency, the relationship with the day one came into play.
Wow.
And they signed on to be the radio sponsor, 91.5 Jazz and More. And just the working relationship with them, appreciating them, having enough belief to allow these artists that we put on the stage, music to be played and heard. So now anytime an artist is due to perform, they get to come on radio and sit with one of our personalities and do a full, you know, hour interview.
Yes.
They get their music played on the radio. They get to talk about what they're doing. And that hadn't been done here yet, you know.
Oh, so we're getting back to basics. That's great.
I'm very, very grateful for that. And but yeah, day one, I told the general manager, I said, I said, I've always wanted to do radio. You should put me on. He was like, yeah, okay, and kind of laughed it off. But then he was like, well, I just hired somebody, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. Fast forward. I'm in the gym and I get a text and it's like, hey, Monet, what are you doing on da, 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 da? And I was like, nothing. What? And then I was like, he's about to put me on radio. But for some reason, I just knew that's what it was.
Right. Look at God.
He was like, come in here in the morning. He was like, let's meet tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And come on in. I came in the next morning and had a meeting with him and the producer. Right. And they said, hey, we want you to come on and join us with the morning show radio. And I was like, what?
Well, man,
I was like, you remember? He said, I remember. He said, I never forgot. And so it's just been a beautiful journey just to get to this point. So things happen. Man. You just had to just kind of put them in perspective and show them to be what they are. And that's how Red Ribbon City, the radio show, came into play.
You've been doing your thing, man. I mean, people just don't understand how much work you put in. I mean, you and I go back to the to the Warriors games when the Warriors was terrible. We was a farm league. Right. We used to
when we had Flash doing all the jumping and stuff.
Right.
A lot of people don't know who Flash is. I say Flash, y'all, Flash. Who's that?
People don't know because they showed up when they started winning. We go back with the Warriors when they was there terrible.
When we was just us.
Yeah, it was just us. We used to play in the band up in the rafters, like up there, man. And we played the timeouts, we played halftime, and it was just pretty cool, man. That time we had to gather up there, man, in the Bay Area.
And they don't even have a band in there now.
No, man. We were the only one. I think we were the first and the only band they ever had.
Yeah,
they need to go back to that. It was fun. We had a blast.
That was a good time. Right. We didn't care. We was together.
Yes.
Having fun. And that was a thing. So
just having that. So you've been on tour with Phil.
Yeah.
So Pope, she's been on tour with Will Downing, Michael McDonald. She's done, I don't know, about 3,000 years, but she's only 27 years old with Boz Scaggs. So I don't know how that math adds up. Faith Hill, Queen Latifah, Eric Benet, who's some other ones, Bill? I mean, just countless people, man. I mean, she's won a Grammy singing. Was that a classical piece that you did, Mo?
Yeah, it's featured vocalist on a classical piece called "Ask Your Mama," which is poetry and writings from Langston Hughes.
Yes.
Ask Your Mama, and then also as featured vocalist on that, which we won Best Classical Recording, and the other one was my contributed vocals to Celine Dion's biggest song ever, My Heart Will Go On,
right?
Titanic.
Right. She's done that. She's won 2 Grammys. She's also like a accomplished writer. She wrote for Lucy Pearl. She's done that, man, and she's also done score. She's done a score because she did her own string arrangements and things like that. So she's been a composer also. So Mo is always doing stuff, and she's like a real estate guru. So she's buying all the real estate up in Las Vegas. So y'all better watch out. Because Mo she's always ahead of
I just got another trade under my belt too. I'm like, uh-oh.
So she's doing all of this stuff, man, and she never stops. She never stops, man. She's always moving and shaking and keeping things moving. That's why I love her as a little sister. And everybody knows her in the industry. So if you show like Monet, oh yeah, that's we all know that's Mo, little sister. That's little sister Monet. So y'all better leave her alone. She finally, talked to somebody, and we had to we had to vet him before, he was able to talk to Monet. Like, hey man, who are you? Who are you and what do you want? What is your intentions? What kind of job you have? What you do for a living? Who is your parents? That's how we used to screen people with Monet, man. We used to just screen them. Who are you again? Where you live? Where you from? What's your background? Okay. All right. What kind of job you got? How long you been working there? What kind of car you drive? How'd you get that car? You know.
You ever been to
Bad,
prison?
bad, Michael Jackson bad.
Yeah, what's your credit score? All kinds of stuff, man. You know, just,
Henceforth, why I never dated anybody in the industry.
That's a good thing.
Mo got
Well,
a
you know,
man.
a couple of reasons why, because for what he's saying, I mean, just having so much love amongst my peers and my brother and sister and then the music. And, you know, no one wanted to be that one to act a fool because they know whoever it was, or if they were with me, they knew they had to be on the up and up because they didn't want them problems because they knew they wanted everybody to deal with.
They didn't want that smoke. They didn't
want it, you know.
First of all, couldn't nobody deal with Monet's daddy. First of all, that was the first problem. First line of defense was Mo's daddy. You had to deal with Mo's father, and that was a problem just coming in. He didn't care who you was. That was gonna be a problem. And then behind him was her mama, who really ruled the house. But she just let her daddy think he ruled the house, but she actually ruled the house. You know, it's like, you know, we're gonna put your face out there, but I rule the house. And she's still ruling the house today. So
that's Queen V.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're ruling stuff.
Oh yeah. Hey Mo, you know, also Mo sang all the background vocals with me, man, on Tower Power record. You know,
really
Great American Soul Book. That's me and Monet doing all the background vocals. Yeah. Man. We threw some of them old dudes in just because we needed extra voice, extra, timbre. But that was me and Mo singing all those backgrounds, man.
Knock them Jones out.
Yeah, and anytime I call her, man, she's just a sweetheart. She's always there for me when I need her. She'll show up. You know, she don't even care. Where's that, bro? And she's if she's free, she's coming. Hey Mo, now who is let me ask you this question. Who out of all these artists you played with, I mean, you have the most joy singing with who? I mean, you don't have to put nobody on the spot, but I mean, it's just people want to know. I mean, your most joy coming from singing with the certain, because you sing with so many people, man, from Faith Hill, Will, and all this
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
They didn't say Dee Bridgewater.
Dee Bridgewater. That's the name I was trying to think of last week, Phil. Dee Bridgewater.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mo. See, if I had called Mo, I would have knew. You know.
The most joy, gosh.
Singing for the Lord.
Always.
There's always the first
any
answer.
Opportunity to do that.
But after that.
Every artist that I've been blessed to work with has given me a different fulfillment across just my whole career thus far. And each situation has, to me, is equal. I've not been anything that I just totally regret, and I've been so blessed to say that I've been able to come into these scenarios and literally become an asset, to the situation where I've had people say, when you're not here, it's different. When you're not it's different, and I appreciate that because I know what they're saying. They're not saying it from down at anybody else or if a sub or blah, blah. It's just saying, I just think that my persona allows an artist to be their best self. And I enjoy seeing that. So each situation is dope. I think, but one that just sticks out, if I had to just pick one, maybe because
that was like 6
of the challenge that it was for me, because I love challenges, but just knowing that, God, I can't pick one.
See,
two.
Okay, pick two.
Okay, two.
Now we had pick
two. All right, so the first one would be when I the stuff working alongside Donald Fagen, Steely Dan.
Oh yeah.
That was just amazing because I remember, as a kid, my mom playing that, Asia record over and over, and Gaucho over and over again. And just, Deacon Blues and how that those chords would make me feel like they give me, even to this day I hear them and I still get like this happy sadness
Yeah.
Right.
It's just beautiful, and when I'm hearing like, I travel the sand long, hope I don't sing too long. Da, da. I mean, it's like, oh God, I just want to cry because, learn to work the saxophone. I mean, all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the man doesn't follow any kind of rule.
No, Fagan is just so brilliant.
Right.
And I remember I always wanted to sing those Babylon Sister. I wanted to be, you gotta shake it, baby. You gotta shake it, baby. You gotta shake it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be them.
Right.
I want to be them ladies.
Right.
And this is like, a 6, 7, 8-year-old kid wanting to be those ladies. And something about just how they did it. So to finally be on stage and be going Babylon Sister.
Right.
I was like, Lord, okay. That was my I have arrived time, just to be able to say that and say they sing the Hey 19 and the singing all pagan stuff. That was crazy. That would be a moment.
Speaking of him,
no
I just
at all.
I just recorded. I've never done Donald Fagen, and I just recorded No Static at All and Green something Street. I forgot the name of it. I just sang those songs, Mo, like a few months ago, and I'm going, oh my God, these songs, I've never sang these songs. These are the hardest songs in the world right now.
They're hard, man.
They're hard, man.
I was telling someone asked me not too long ago in an interview I did, and they said, well, what was your comp? I said, here's the thing, when you listen to Steely Dan, you have to really, really listen to it, with a different kind of, and it's funny when you say pretzel logic, it's the reason behind all of that.
Yeah.
Your logic and mindset has to literally unfold itself and just be open to receive it and then try to decipher it. But I can almost tell you're still gonna get it wrong, because I remember, here I am again. I'm in rehearsal and I'm like, yeah, I know my part.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And I'll sing it. And Donna was like, that's not it. Cracked it on the floor. What?
Yeah.
That's not it. But I hear it. And he was like, and he's the one who helped me. And from that point on, he was like, what you hear is not always what is told, or what you hear is not always what is conveyed. That's what's the wording.
Right.
And I was like, went back in and everything. Then when we broke it down, and I was like, oh shit. Okay, now I understand. We hear it one way, but how that shit is really, really put into the mix.
Right.
It's crazy. Michael McDonald will tell you the same thing when he did Peg. He was talking to me, remember him telling me the story. He said, when I did Peg, I was thinking, he was like, and Fagan was saying, okay, sing this, sing it, da-da. And he was in his head like playing it like,
that don't go together.
That's gonna work, you know what I mean? But when that thing came together, what we hear, hey, then, oh, Chinese, oh, TV, or a movie, all that, moving parts.
Yep. Because it's always the phrasing, where the phrasing's placed, where it is in the timing and the meter, all that, because what you hear right away, because it just goes by you. When you're listening, but when you go to the artist, you're like, no, that's not it.
Crazy. So I would have to say just that was one of my moments, and the other one would have been 7-year-old winning our city talent show, singing Tina Marie, and then years later, Tina Marie being literally her musical godmother. That would be me.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That would be me, and having the relationship with Tina, like I was the last person she sung with. Like a friend of ours did these karaoke's and for Christmas, and we would do it at her house. And he has us videoing us singing on this Christmas. And I was the last person to sing with her. Who knew 3 days later I was a loser.
That's
what I'm saying? Crazy.
Me and this woman are literally joined at the hip. We are, man. Seriously.
I hear that.
She's, like you said, her and Tina Marie, right?
Right.
I auditioned for Lenny Kravitz. Who's singing in the section with me? Tina Marie. I joined the Temptations. Ollie Woodson, who is her godfather. all kinds of crazy stuff like this, man. I could literally call Monet and she would say, I knew it. She says, because I was just thinking about you. And every time it happens, you call within 30 minutes of me talking.
Oh, wow.
No, seriously, I kid you not. I've been on whole tour buses, riding just in the middle of our drive, and Larry, it popped in my head. I'm like, Larry's about to call me. And I mean, you can even ask like a good friend of ours, Richard Patterson. He would tell you, and he'll say, because I remember one time, Larry was like, LB's about to come. He was who? I said, Larry Brad's about to come. He talk. I said, I said, but it's happening. 30 minutes. Ring. I said, Richard, look. He was like, how's you? I was like, I don't know. That one and I are channeled in some kind of way. I don't know.
What?
Phil, I don't know what it is, man. She's absolutely correct. Every time I call her, she goes, I knew you was getting ready to call.
Well, I witnessed it yesterday because it was just yesterday that B and I were talking. I mean, yesterday afternoon. Hey, man, I'm thinking on the next podcast, we should get just, a great, female artist, female singer. And he goes, I'll call you right back. And he called me back and said, I got the guest. And he said, you were just about to get on the plane. Mm-hmm. And he caught you just in time. And you said, yeah, I'll do it. I'll be there. Now, that's great. But that's just a testament to how close you guys are that.
Oh, yeah.
He told me to hold on for a minute, called me back 5 minutes later and said, Miss Monet is going to be on the show.
Yeah.
Right. Because, he wanted to get somebody else. I said, no. I got somebody. Who you want?
I mean, just to have the relationship that I have with this gentleman, it's just beautiful. And then, of course, knowing him has allowed me to be part of the knucklehead crew. I ain't going to say that, but you know who that is. I'm sure.
Who are the knuckleheads?
I'm the only girl with them, Mo. I'm the only girl with the knuckleheads.
Who's in the knuckleheads, Larry?
Mo just part of the knucklehead crew, man. She part of the knucklehead. She part of that. I'm not gonna say who the knuckleheads are.
I ain't gonna say who it is, but you know who I'm talking about.
I would have to kill you, Phil.
I just have to say
the names are changed to protect the innocent.
To protect the not so innocent.
Yeah, man. So she's part of the knucklehead crew, man. Marcus Miller, Jerry Johnson, Alonzo Bowden, all of us. Man.
Oh, those knuckleheads.
These are gonna call me in the middle of the night time. We in here eating pizza. What you doing?
Right.
But Phil, the crazy thing is, my stupid ass gonna answer the phone. Hello.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Phil, we spent a whole night. We spent a night at like 1 a.m. talking about red Kool-Aid. At 1 a.m, we started calling people to ask them, hey, what flavor is red Kool-Aid? Mm-hmm. And people who know the flavor of red Kool-Aid is what, Mo? Red.
That's what I grew up with.
And if you talk to Monet's sister, she'll give you a whole dissertation on red Kool-Aid.
So would.
Why it's red, how come it's red, why it's not grape, why it's not strawberry, why it's not cherry, why it's not raspberry. She'll give you a whole dissertation on that.
Oh, she must have gotten to the crystallization of the red dye number 5.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. It's black Kool-Aid course number 1.
Yeah.
101. She breaks it down to you and to give you the advanced course. But that's what we do, man. That's what we do. People think musicians are always just on stage. We spend the best time just together, just hanging out, talking when we get a chance, because we don't get to see each other all the time. Am I right, Mo? And
absolutely.
So people don't understand how much time we spend together, which is a short amount of time, but we try to catch up like years within a few days.
Yeah.
And we just spend that time reflecting, because music to us is always in the air. We always do music. That's just our life. But to get together and not talk about music and just talk about things that don't make no sense, or just talk about life itself, that's the wonderful part, man, that people don't really get.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of sad now that
we're eating pizza. Okay. Yeah. Y'all eating pizza right now? Yeah. What time is it? Oh, about 12:30. Okay. Y'all, what else? No, nothing. We just see what you do. Okay. I'm like, okay. I got bail money. Don't worry about it. I got
Right.
bail. Yeah, that's all y'all want to make sure I got bail money, right?
That's
Okay,
it.
I
That's
got
it. And speaking of pizza, Mo, did you know that the Old Soul Club podcast is brought to you by Larry Bragg's Coffee? That smooth, soulful roast.
Ooh, so gross.
Yes,
See?
it is, man. Yes, it is. Larry Bragg's
Coffee is good though.
It's very good coffee, Mo.
It's very good coffee. Yeah, I
See?
have to say.
Yeah. See,
Oh.
I'm trying now that Mo drinks the coffee. I'm gonna have to get the radio station. I had the coffee on with the radio station. Mo gonna get tired of me. She, but oh, he calling again, y'all, about some kind of something. Please don't.
Well,
answer
you
the
know,
phone.
it's so funny you say that because we actually do have our membership drive coming up this fall in October. And one of the things that we want to do is, bring in different businesses and everything and allot them the opportunity to come on and speak about, who they are, what they are and everything. So I love for, you can come and do that and be one of my guests in doing that and like that.
You know, you ain't got to ask
raise
me
money.
twice. I was
I'm
already
just
on
saying,
my way.
it
I'm
helps,
on my way
it
to the
helps us-
show.
helps us raise money for the station because we are public radio
Of
and
course.
everything. And, come in and you do a pledge and we'll get the listeners to match your pledge. And it's great and it's cool. And they're excited about me because they're like, well, who can we get on? Do we know some? I want to know them.
Right.
Right.
You know some-
Right.
I know them.
Right. I know them. Don't worry about that. I got that.
Someone's like one of my peers, she was like, I love Brian Culbertson. He's coming to Vegas. I was like, girl, I got you. Because his MD is our drummer and Will Downing's band, and I already knew they were coming. So she was like, when she met Will, I had her introduce myself. She was like, next time Will comes, she was like, I was like, everybody's like, so Monet, who do you know?
Right.
They should ask you who you don't know.
It was kind of like that. We had this meeting last week. It was kind of like that, and we were talking about the membership drive, and it was funny. They was like, well, do you know anybody in Hamilton? I was like, I don't know Hamilton people yet. Lionel Richie just rapped here last night. I didn't get a chance to go because I've been gone. But I know the Lionel came. I mean, the whole bit. Diana Ross is coming in the next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, all those folks too. So
Fred,
sure.
So we got some good things coming on. But again, I would love for you to come on.
Hey, whenever you need me, or whatever you need,
help us
just
raise
call
some
me.
money.
If I want to be your man, your man on the site, just call. I'll be the man on the site for you.
It's all good.
Our man on the scene, Larry Bragg.
All good. That'd be fun. People get calling and talking. Is this Larry Bragg forever?
Yeah. Your man on the scene, Larry
How much
Bragg.
you gonna match?
Right. How much you gonna match now?
Right.
Don't just call here talking. We need some money.
We need to raise it up.
Right.
But that's coming in October. So
I'm going to call in a pledge and say, I'm going to pledge this amount of money if Larry Braggs do that thing where he sings 2 notes at one time.
Oh, I know. He can do that.
I know, right? He does it to me on the phone just for fun.
He can do that.
It's funny, man. It's just funny.
Look, I wish y'all could see the look on Miss Monet's face. It's that same look that I get. It's like, yeah, you ain't nothing.
No, but Mo, I mean, what kind of projects you got coming up next, man? Any recordings coming out anytime soon?
Actually, I do. I have a new single that it's done. We're just finishing up putting horns and stuff on it. And I'll be releasing it right before my birthday show.
Oh, okay.
Right on.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I'm down there for the birthday show. Maybe we'll do the podcast from down there, Phil, and throw that up with the birthday show.
That would be awesome.
Hey, Michael, pack up the laptop. We're going on the road, man.
Oh, he's talking to our IT department. Oh, Mo, we got one dude. We got one dude that do IT. We got one dude that do research. We got
what'd you call him last week? Our crackpot
team. We got a crackpot team of researchers, IT, and our legal team. Now, they're the same people.
Okay.
what about the dude in marketing?
Yeah, and the dude in marketing. Well, that's a different guy. The dude in marketing is our is our other guy's cousin, but he
I
does a good
knew it.
job.
I knew it.
He does it.
I know he looked like that boy.
Yeah, you know. But Mo,
Now-
this is what we do. This is what we do, Mo.
It's,
This is what we
it's
do all the time.
great. I am enjoying this right now. This is awesome.
Thank
It's
you
a
so much
pleasure
for
having you
joining
on.
us.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us once again, we're talking to the amazing vocalist, just entrepreneur.
The
just all
magnificent one.
all around beautiful, just person, just glorious, Miss Monet.
Hey,
The magnificent one herself.
Yeah.
Be magnificent.
Yeah, Moniac's in the house. Moniac's in the house.
Moniacs, yo.
Represent. Look.
So Mo, how did you come up with that name, Moniacs? I mean, I know your name's Monet, but it just
Oh, I don't think that's her. I think the fans came up with that one, right?
No, ironically, the Monificent, I was named the Monificent from my god brother Elijah Baker's brother, Kenya Baker, who was part of Kenya Groove back in the day.
yeah.
And he just started one day, and he calls me Moni Love. He'll say Moni Love, Moni Love.
Yeah.
And then one day he just said Monificent. And I was
Yep.
looking at him and I said, "What did you say?" And he said Monificent. I was like, "That's it." And I was like, "I will forever Monificent." And he was like, that's me. Of course.
That
And
sounds
so
like
the Monificent came in, and then so that was one thing. But then I was just having a conversation with my baby sister, and I was like, "Who is a marketing guru?" I mean, this chick,
Yeah.
I mean, the way
Michael, you fired.
she's a marketing guru. I mean, degreed up, shout out to Howard University. She'll say HU.
HBC, baby. Yes.
She's a Howard graduate. Also graduated University of Maryland twice. She has like 3 degrees, but anyway, she's a marketing guru. And we were talking, and I was saying,
obviously a glutton for
cool.
punishment.
Yeah, I said it'd be kind of cool to like. I said, what do I call my fans? I said, because I don't want to say call them my fans. I just felt like that was so, passe. And
Right.
she was like, And I said, but they're crazy about Monet, and I love that they're crazy about me, and I really, appreciate it, but I just don't want to just break them down. She said, they're crazy about you, your fans crazy. Yeah, and she said, Moniac.
I like her.
What? Moniac. I said, Monet. She said crazy, maniac, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. She says they're Moniacs.
I like her. Now I got to get this in real quick. First of all, a happy early birthday.
Thank you.
And the one thing I would never ever try to do is either guess or ask a woman's age. But
then why
am I mistaken? Because I want to know. Am I mistaken? Hush. Am I mistaken? Are you about to turn 28?
28?
This is going to be your 28th birthday?
That's so cute.
Well, he said something about you being 27.
He did say 27.
Okay, well, hey.
I'm gonna give you three choices.
Oh no.
No.
I'm stopping right there while I'm still ahead.
No, I am not going to.
Look, when you put your foot and drop yourself into a rabbit hole, then it's up to you to get yourself out of the rabbit hole.
And that's what I'm doing. So
I'm not. I actually, I am proud of my age, and I am proud to be a reflection of it. I am about to turn 50 years old.
No way.
Yeah.
Well,
I am established September 1st, 1972.
You
established.
No, that you have to forgive me. My headphones don't work as well as LB's, and I thought I heard him say that you were 27, and
He said it.
He
did. He
But
did.
I said that, but you're supposed to catch up. See, Pope Soul.
You know what? I'll take this whole section out. Nobody will never know that it happened.
I know, but you have to drink more Larry Bragg's coffee, that smooth sober roast, so you can keep up on the show.
You're absolutely right.
That's right. That's what you have to do. So Mo, so you got the new song coming out. What's the name of it?
It's called Celebrate.
Celebrate. All right.
Celebrate, written by me and produced by my and your good friend BJ Kemp.
Oh, really, BJ? Oh, wow, that's
Yeah,
cool.
BJ.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
BJ.
yeah,
Hey,
he's doing
he's a
a
great
really good
musician with
thing.
himself. Yeah, man. BJ,
Yeah,
bad,
so
bad.
he actually came to me because he did his record and then he wanted to do another record that was just especially coming out of what we've just come out with the pandemic and just people's mindset. And we just wanted to just kind of uplift people and have
Yeah.
just some uplifting good music to put out. And he sent me this track and he just sent it to me and he was like, you know, and his nickname to me is Bit. Right. And he was like, do the bit stuff. And I was like, all right, you know, and then
I like that.
to me, and I was like, so, I mean, I just immediately went into the studio, jumped on the microphone, recorded some stuff that just immediately, as soon as I heard the music, that was the inspiration that came in. And then I just sent it back to him and I was like, and he called me back screaming. He was like, "Whoa!"
Yep.
I said, "What?" He was like, "The bit,
you did your bit.
And I
BJ.
was like, "Man, all right." So I said, "Well, what do you want to talk?" He was like, "Man, let's make this a party. Let's celebrate." I said, "We have a lot to celebrate life about." So that's what I wrote it about. And
Amen.
I'm looking forward to hearing
so
it.
I will
I
be
can't wait to hear it.
dropping it. It's funky.
Hey, listen, if you Mo, remember
Like that.
you remember this? We was you, BJ, and myself, and we went over Third Richardson's house in LA.
Another.
Why,
Remember that night?
why you got that look on your face?
Because you know how I was saying the knuckleheads earlier, it'd be random.
Yes.
That was one of the random nights.
Look, he
So
can't
like
even.
2 a.m. or something.
Right.
I was
And-
like, "What is we doing?
And BJ said
Wasn't somebody hungry and we couldn't get no food?"
we couldn't get no food. There was nothing open. Third didn't have any food.
Third didn't have any food, but at Third, everybody come to my house. Come to my house.
Right.
Okay.
He had no food. All he had was alcohol. And he was playing and I shouldn't even mention this on my show, but he was playing what's that boy name that just went to jail? Oh my God, what's his name? The singer.
A lot of them just went to jail. Oh, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. He was playing every episode of In the Closet.
Oh, that's right. That in the closet.
Yeah, he played all 40 segments or something like that. And PJ decided, I can't take no more. He's like, I gotta get out of here. I'm like in a time warp. I'm like stuck. And he was drinking tequila or whatever he was drinking. Oh my God, it was hilarious, man. It was like 2 a.m. Most said, what are we doing?
I was like, what are we doing? What's happening right now?
We gotta get out of here.
Knucklehead.
We all felt like we were stuck though. Like, what's happening right now?
Right. It was like we were at, Ike Turner's house and the door was locked and we couldn't get out, but the door wasn't locked.
Where you going, anime?
All we had to do is open the door and get out, but we were stuck. It was like we were just
Right.
in some kind of weird warp. It was hilarious, man.
That was crazy. That was a crazy night.
Oh my God, BJ's crazy. Great musician, beautiful voice. Oh
yeah.
wow. Yeah. So
I got him singing with me. I got Frontline.
oh yeah, man.
So Frontline will be on vocals. So just he and Mario Corbino will be singing with me.
Mario, another one, man. Mario, another. She got some bad dudes singing, man. Bad dudes singing. She don't need me ever when them dudes do. She don't need me.
Man, look,
They get
I
it
need you.
in.
I always need you. But
They get it in, bro. So
Mario, DJ, and then I have Otis Cooper as well. So the three of them. But I have 2 of the 3 Frontline.
see, that's Miss Monet and the pimps, not pimps. Them pimps, them straight up pimps.
Hey,
Well,
literally,
yeah,
because they when they sing, they sing with that pimp swag.
Yeah, see, that's Miss Monet and the pimps.
And they be like, and you just and the women I have seen the women lose it.
Yeah,
And I just sit back there like a little fights like
they get it in.
Hey,
man.
get them.
Ms. Monet, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You shared with us all of these wonderful experiences and people that you worked with. So I'm assuming not that it was easy for you, but as a strong Black woman, as a woman and an artist, did you find any difficulties on that road to getting to have the track record that you have now? Were there any bumps in the road that you could share with some of the young people who listen to the Old Soul Club podcast?
Honestly, as I said earlier, God is good.
All the time.
He's been my keeper every step of the way. I've been very fortunate to say I've been in scenarios and situations where I've walked out unscathed, unharmed.
Oh, she froze up.
I know. She'll be back in a second.
Yeah. When I first met Monet, she was driving a Range Rover, right? Not first met her, but like the first time we worked together, I should say, because I had been knowing her for a while. So not the first time I met her. The first time we worked together, you know, we was doing when we came down to do the Tower Power record, and she had moved down to LA, right? So I hadn't seen her in a while, and she picks me up in this Range Rover. And I get in the Range Rover, and I'm looking at her like, I thought you sing background. What kind of background singer is driving what kind of money are you making as a background singer? And so then her girl, Skylar is another background singer that sings with Monet. Skylar shows up in a Jaguar. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. What kind of background singing y'all doing? Driving Jaguars and Range Rovers, and they got two houses apiece, man. They got, 2-3 cars. Then Mo dropped off the Range Rover, picked up the BMW. I'm like, okay, all right, it's something going on around here, man. Y'all,
hey man, they weren't 20 feet from stardom. They were 5 feet from stardom.
Man, I think they were stardom. These people was lying. Monet was driving, Range Rovers, BMW. Skylar drive up in the Jaguar. I'm like, y'all ain't background singing. Y'all ain't fooling me. I'm from Chicago. I know pimping when I see it.
First of all, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My computer decided it wanted to update in the middle of our conversation.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
It just said, "Oh, I want to update now."
Right.
That's funny. Didn't ask permission.
Right.
Didn't give you a warning.
Right.
So,
I'm just want to do it now.
It's a lazy day. I'll just go ahead.
Did you hear what I said about you?
I heard you say talking about me. My daddy was an ex-pimp.
See that, Phil? Phil, I ain't say nothing about that.
That's how you started. That's how you jump back into a conversation.
Phil, I was trying.
My daddy was an ex-pimp.
I was trying not to bring that part of the life into the conversation.
Why not? Y'all already established we don't put on airs. She don't put on airs.
So I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. My dad is ex-pimp, and I'm a Cub from the Panthers. So I'm a Cub, Panther Cub.
Oh my gosh!
See, Phil, these are things I know about Monet.
Look, I gotta do like this, Mo.
Hey, look, these are things about Mo. I wasn't gonna bring up. I would let her bring up because some things you bring up, you get killed for.
It's 2022, man. They don't do that no more.
My dad was an amazing man. God bless his soul.
Oh my God!
2020. But I tell you, the spirit of Mike Quinny lives on, aka Money Mike, aka Big Mike. And I got the spirit of Mike Quinny in me, and he'll tell you, like he'll say, "Hey, pimping in your eye, hey, that's it."
That's my man. That's my man. Hey, Phil, let me tell you, man.
Talk your talk.
Mo's daddy, which I have not received my certificate.
My mama got your certificate.
See, Mo's daddy, let me tell you, Phil, if Mo's daddy like you, I mean, if he really like you, because he like a lot of folks, he don't really, if he liked you.
I'm talking about really like.
I mean, if he and he brought you into the fold, he would give you a pimp certificate. He give you a pimp name, a pimp certificate, and he give you one hoe.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the Old Soul Club podcast, where we keep it real. All day long. She said, "No, you're not lying."
No, I'm telling the truth. Her daddy was real, man. He was hilarious, man.
And he had to take an oath. You had to take an oath.
That's right. You have to take the pimp
Oh,
oath. You have to take the oath.
Y'all are killing me. My cheeks are killing me.
And it's crazy. It's the only person like my sister is the only one who knows the oath. So she's the only one who knows the oath. But we
right. So when Mo's mother saw me down in Vegas, Mo's dad had just passed away, right? And she said, "We got to get Larry his certificate."
I said, "We absolutely, yeah, we got your certificate. It's at the compound."
Oh my gosh!
It's at the compound. We got all the stuff. We still got all the stuff.
I got my place in my office ready for it to go up. So when you walk in, the first thing you're gonna see is that certificate from Mo's dad. That's a.
I mean, I have little friends literally talking about, I want a pen certificate. I'm like, it don't come like that.
No.
You don't just get. You just don't just walk up and get one. You got to go through a thing. He put you through a little,
That's like giving yourself your own nickname. It don't work like that.
He got to see if you're valid, how your strengths are.
Right, Mo, you got to come up through the ranks. You can't just get a certificate.
You can't just up here and be want a pen certificate. It didn't happen like that.
Well,
you had to really think of your name, like what your pimp name was gonna be. That used to be the funny shit to me. I'm like, oh Lord, what is he gonna name?
Oh yeah, what he gonna? Because he usually give out the names. What did he name Kahari Park? I can't remember Kahari Park. Because he gave Kahari a certificate. I can't remember what Kahari's name was. Oh, your father, man, your
Sweetfoot
father,
or something like that.
Sweetfoot.
I would say name him like Sweetfoot.
Sweetfoot.
Sweetfoot Parker.
Because he was a drummer. That's right, Sweetfoot Parker.
I think he named him Sweetfoot Parker.
That is hilarious.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, I met her father at the Boss Skaggs show. We was playing, it was Tower and Boss, and Mo's father was there. And he kept calling me Lenny Williams. It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
And every time Mo would correct him, he'd go like, yeah, I know. Hey, Lenny. And it's
that's right. I say Clay.
He said that's your secret.
He would tell
that's
me
not Lenny Williams. I know it ain't.
Right.
and the thing was, it's not Lenny Williams. It was Lenny Williams.
Yeah, Williams. Yeah, Lenny Williams.
Lenny
Williams. Yeah. And so he would tell these stories about pimping, right? And if you just look slightly over his left shoulder where her mother was sitting, she'd be shaking her head. No, it didn't. I told Phil that you also are interior decorator.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does that, Phil. And Mo, have you received your doctorate yet?
Look. Oh my gosh. She's showing
look at that. Look, she's showing up. She's showing off. She's showing
off. I thought you was just in a little bitty room in a little Cracker Jack apartment in Las Vegas.
Man, you better shut your mouth.
Better.
Better. No. Like Get Out. No.
Set the precedent.
Yeah, but no, interior decorating is definitely a hobby I picked up from my mom, and now that she's retired, something that she and I are looking to collectively do, and because she's Miss HGTV all day, she's a sister all day. I'm like,
all day long.
All day long. We just completed her home, so she had a new home built, and I moved my mom into it this February. And it's the compound. We call it the compound now. It's huge.
Yeah.
Mind you, she was supposed to have been downsizing after.
Right. She was supposed to have been downsizing. What happened?
Yeah, she downsized. She just went down to a one level. That's the only downside she did.
It's the same amount of house, just without a top. It's all on one level. It's a ranch. Now it's just a ranch compound.
Because before my dad passed, they were talking about it because their other house was huge and they were tired going up and down the stairs.
Right.
So we're going to downsize and everything. So then Pop passed, blah, blah, blah. So she was like, I'm still going to get the house that, Pop and I wanted to get. The brand new home built from ground up. So I had to go with her. And then, of course, being interior decorator, pick out color schemes, patterns, woods, paints, rugs, this
Oh
all
my.
stuff. I
Right.
mean, but I enjoyed doing it. We had a good time putting it together, and the outcome is just every time I go home and I walk in there, I just say, wow. Because it's every bit of wow factor. So now we're working on the backyard. That's the next project. So
Yeah.
we already had it designed, but she said, me and Pop always wanted a pool. So we're working on putting the swimming pool in the backyard now.
Oh, cool.
So, but yeah, they just HGTV in it and said, let's do this, Mom. And so I think that's going to be our little business thing together to keep her busy because she retired. Now. I'm
right.
like, I need you to do something, pick something.
I know that's right.
Right.
You got to
But
find.
my mom is 70. She'll be 74 this year. And like I said, I'm about to turn 50. Mom's is about to be 74. Mom be like this with it.
Right. She ain't slowing down. She's not slowing down. Let's go.
Oh, well, your mama is that active. You be
Right. It's like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm still ready to go.
what you want to do then, lady? To pick a bad what?
Right.
Question me on what I want to do. I'll let you know.
Right.
That is so cool. It's
great.
so cool. So you
Hey.
and Mom and HGTV, that's cool too.
That's great. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we want to say, hey, man, thank you so much. We're going to thank Miss Monet for being on the show today.
Thank you so much.
Yes, blessed us.
Appreciate the invite again. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for having me on, and
Hey, look, man, anytime, Mo, we gonna tell the people, hey, don't forget to check out Mo's radio show. Mo, we want to let people know where they can get you on. What's your call letters on the radio station again?
So call the radio station is KUNV.
Now,
That's 91.5.
I want you to do it like you were
Phil,
doing
shut
before
up.
Oh, you want me to? Oh, okay. Hey, it's your girl, Miss Monet at KUNV 91.5. You can go to kunv.org and listen. You can click on that. You'll see a thing that says menu. Click on menu. You'll see listen. You can click on that again. 6 a.m., 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Morning, people. Miss Monet.
Hey, and what's the single that's coming out, Mo?
Single's called Celebrate coming
and
out. I'll be dropping that September. My party's on the 15th, so on the 15th. And you can always send me on IG at THEE Miss Monet, MONET, and Facebook. You can go to Miss Monet or Moniacs. You'll find me there.
And when are you back on the road again?
I actually officially go back on the road after my birthday party and all that stuff. Back with Will Downing. You'll see myself along with Will Downing everywhere, but we're going to Hawaii. We'll be at Yoshi's and pretty much everywhere this fall. Detroit, everywhere.
Hit it, Phil. What you got to tell her, Phil? Hit it, Phil.
Ms. Monet, would you mind saying for us, this Ms. Monet, you're listening to the Old Soul Club podcast, please, in that lovely voice of yours?
It's Miss Monet. You're listening to the Old Soul Club podcast.
That's Miss Monet, ladies and gentlemen, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, real estate guru, just heiress of the Bay Area, Oakland, California.
I like that.
Thank you so much, Mo, for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. Sorry for the internet issues, but we got through it.
Love you, baby.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Man, that was great, man.
Oh man, that was a trip and a half, man.
Yes. Hey, brother, what's going on and what has happened over the past week that has caught your attention and make you go,
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's happened is how much footage is popping up on my YouTube feed just because I listened to one Olivia Newton-John clip. Not all of a sudden, I got the Bee Gees popping up, Cliff Davis, or what his name is, Andy Gibb, ABBA, man. Why is ABBA showing up in my feed?
Because you went to Olivia Newton-John. That's what happened. So that's what's happened with you this week?
Yeah, man, for real though.
Hey, man, listen, let me tell you what's on my radar this week.
Uh-huh.
Herschel Walker did it again.
No, please tell me about it.
Herschel Walker said, if man come from apes, how come they're still apes? Phil, I cannot make this stuff up, man. Herschel Walker said it, he did it again. He did it again, Phil. Every time you think he's gonna throw you a fastball, here come a curve.
Why they keep letting him talk?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to end the podcast on that, but I just want everybody to chew on that for the rest of the week, man. I know it's Tuesday, and I know tomorrow's gonna be hump day for y'all, but chew on that. Man came from apes. How come they're still apes?
Man.
Herschel Walker, baby. Herschel Walker. I don't get into political stuff on here, but Herschel Walker, if that's the best you got, bring it on. Anyway, I'm telling it like it is, bro. We just tell it like it is. It's the Old Soul Club podcast, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Larry Bragg's Coffee. That smooth, soulful roast. We got to get out of here, y'all. We love you guys, man. Thank you so much. We want to once again thank our beautiful guest, Miss Monet from the Bay. If you don't know what the Bay is, that's up in California, Oakland, San Francisco area is where, I did get a lot of my bones, where I, made my bones, man, after I left Texas, man, up there with Oakland, California, up in that area, man, and that's why I got my start, and that's how I got into Tower of Power. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to go. Hey, Phil, what you got to say, brother, before we get out of here?
I'm going to say a very fine hasta luego to everybody and have a blessed week.
Hey, man, we love you guys. Hey, say good night, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Later.